I hope I'm properly visible and audible. So this video is a public announcement of me coming out of my comfort zone, or what you'd like to call. So today I'm going to discuss about these 6 things, and I want you to ignore the voice in the background because I'm recording it in the evening. I usually record in the morning. So this video is about change. It's about transformation. Like many gurus, or many people like me, you find them like doing like this 6 month, 9 month, or whatever, like a year transformation, where they try to take everything to the extreme, or they do a 75 hard challenge or something like that. But I recently learned from the Miyamoto Musashi's 5 ring about the 5th ring, which is interesting. You can check out videos about it, they are really interesting ones. The 5th ring is a void ring, which means that your practice never ends. You keep on just doing it for the rest of your life. So realizing that, I had started tracking a few months back. I had done wonders for me. After tracking, I have learned a lot about how I am eating, or how much I can fast, what my potential is. Of course there is more than that, but I got the ground reality on what the reality is. Of course reality hits hard. I've learned a lot of things, and I've scaled in the past few months like crazy. I've hired a few people and I have a few clients, not enough for me. But yeah, so this was the whole deal. So now currently, then why am I making this announcement? What I've realized is, of course, I am uploading regularly from now on, excuse me. I am doing the cold calls and I'm doing all of this. But I have hit a baseline. A new baseline, what I call. People call they have hit the roof. I think I have hit a new floor. So what I have realized, this coming tracking years, is I haven't did much of a progress after a certain time. So this is where I wanted to break all limits, and also feel like this is the part where I also realized, and I also feel that this is the part where I am in the curve, the compound effect curve, where you're going nothing and then suddenly it's a pop. I think I'm at that curve, and I want to utilize this curve as much as I can. So these six sections, and one is health. So how am I changing health? I'm already doing fasting, I'm already working out, and I'm already tracking what I'm eating also. Yes, I track everything. But I realize what I am doing on top of it is I'm just pushing my limits from now on. So I'll be doing much harder workouts, much harder fasting. Instead of just 18 hours of fast, I'll do more of it. And when it comes to workout, when it comes to food, I'll just eat healthy. So what I've realized is, once you fast, you can also eat anything you want. But I was thinking, like, how about I amp up that thing? Instead of eating whatever I want, I just choose healthy. Like, instead of rice, I'm gonna eat millets. It's just all of the whole thing. I don't want to get into the details. Number 2 is business. So don't get me wrong, I'm not really bad at business, I'm pretty average. But the problem is, I tend to get too much into research. I don't apply like much. I do apply, it's not like I'm in analysis paralysis, or I just learn. I do apply, but I realize it's not enough because of the tracking. I've uploaded 2 videos in one day, and now I'm gonna upload regularly and consistently, not like the 2 video one. I want to just complete the 100 million series. But now this is a public announcement here about the videos. I wanna upload them regularly. That's the one thing, but much more interesting things coming in the third part, which is the content. But the second thing is, I wanna implement more in business. So I wanna reach out to more people. And if you have realized, I don't wanna boast or something, I am actually kind of getting good at speaking, be it in front of camera, be it to people. Of course, the more you practice something, the less you suck. So I'm starting to suck less. I'm not an expert or master, but I'm able to speak clearly all my thoughts, words now. Of course, like, I just look there and stop. I tend to do that sometimes. So I want to push myself harder in this one too, and also do more in numbers. So the third thing, content. We know this is what's going to impact you. I have realized I'm getting lazy in the content. I blame that my laptop can't handle the editing, or I just don't do much editing because I thought it takes too much of my time. But that's untrue. If you put more, instead of putting more time, if I put more productive hours, if I put more effort, I think I can improve my content game and even probably get new viewers. And also the fact that I have to regularly upload video, and also, like, I had so many excuses, like, the noise you are hearing, I always get these noises. It's just I cut these pieces. If you might have seen my past videos, there are a lot of cuts, and the reason being this noise. So what I realized is, instead of giving excuses, what if I just go around the city? Isn't there like a silent place in the whole city in the morning? Because I record in the mornings, that's my favorite time. So I record in the morning, that's my favorite time. So it's less likely that there isn't any silent time, or there is less traffic, because traffic in cities aren't probably a really good thing. Rash driving, people not driving good. But if you go in the morning, there is nothing of such, so that excuse is gone. And also the low quality content, I'll admit it hasn't been great, but I've realized my camera has a 4K feature quality, and also the fact that I can change locations, I can change the lighting to make it look good. I can do anything, I can manipulate as many things as possible. So that's one thing I've realized. And also I like connecting with people, so I have to push myself through, because it might not seem a big deal for you, but recording in public is a bit weird for me. Actually, it's actually a taboo kind of thing, but I'm changing that now, and I will be making better content. That's my promise. If not, you can call me out in the comments, or if I upload videos, you can call me out there too. And the next one is interesting. Number 4 is emotional building. So it's kind of like a character development kind of thing, but it's not that lame and cliche. What I'm actually gonna do is pretty simple: talk to more people and understand them. See, this controversial era, where everyone's getting cancelled, the problem with is, we think that everyone should be agreeable. That's not the truth. And I'm not gonna voice my opinions, because that's not my thing. But what I want to do is, I want to understand the other person. Be it the other person does not match my opinions, I want to understand, have an empathetic ear. Because in the past, I used to get a lot of anger. It's because I was a teenager. Don't judge me. I used to be really angry. I pushed people away from me, and I wanted to change that. Of course, I don't push people away now, but I do get those past tendencies of anger, and I've realized that you have to be in the present. So that's one thing in the emotional world I wanted to improve. And coming back to tracking, by the way, I don't want to change much about tracking. I'm already doing it great. I want to tell you what I track. I can also make this into a short. I'll tell you what I track, so you know how kind of crazy it is. So you'll get the point. Number 1, I track my workouts, how many reps I'm doing and whatnot. I track my sleep, not the apps. I just write down when I wake up and when I sleep. Number 3, I track my food, when I am fasting or when I am eating. And number 4, I track what I eat. So every food thing which goes into my mouth, I track it down. And number 5 is I track my books. So whatever I am reading, at this date, how much did I read? So I'm also in the learning kind of thing. And number 6, I track what I'm doing every half an hour. So that covers the whole thing. And the last thing I'm gonna track is the financials. I'm already tracking everything. So I look at my GPay account, my bank balance, and I write it down every day, because this is a thing I learned from American millionaires. And even a few Indian millionaires, they track their expenses and their whole thing every day. So I also wanted to inculcate that in the beginning itself. And of course, I'm gonna make a lot of money. So you got the point, right? This is who I am, this is what I do. But a little short intro of me. I'm Aditya, and I'm actually building an acquisition company. I know, a big dream, and especially in India, investing in companies and helping them to scale using a complete team is a new idea. It's kind of, think of it like VC, but it's a little different. It's exactly what Alex does in America, but I want to do it in my own style and my own way, because I have a lot of business ideas, but I realize either someone already does it, or if you want to start, it's gonna be a hassle. So I use Cody Sanchez and Alex Hamosi's ideas, and what I do is I just hire, I buy stake at companies. So I buy complete companies and scale them, so they make revenue for me in the long run, not passive income wala thing. And I am also not a marketing agency guy. I'm not any self-help guru. I'm not any this build in public. This is gonna be something, I won't say it's gonna be different, because there is actually research done that there are no original ideas. So this idea is also probably a mix of different ideas. But what I promise is novelty. But what I promise is novelty, something new, something different. But it's gonna be the same, except you will find a slight difference which is gonna impress you or gonna wow you. That's my promise also. Stop looking back. coming back to what I do is I'm building an acquisition company, and also I'm trying to go viral. The reason being is this is something which I have learned recently about PR. I've learned how I show speed, goes viral. I've learned, how the great people like Alexa Mozi, Iman Ghazi, I show speed, even Mr. Beast. How do these guys go viral? And I've explained the science of virality, and you can go check it in one of the if the sections, or just go in the description. I made a complete video on how virality works. I know, kind of crazy. So that's the video I wanted to share with you. The change I'm making and a public announcement, and I'm finally closing the deal. No more BS, no more trying to be comfortable, no more watching videos on YouTube that, oh look, I'm learning. No more of those same old excuses. I've even, like, the funny thing is, the book I've started learning is Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. So that thing covers everything on how to be successful in every aspect of life. So I of course implement the book, and no more of those learning where I'm actually not learning, and I'm not just learning and implementing, I'm just learning for the sake of it. Completing the video for the sake of it. Not any of that more. This is going to be different. This is going to be fun for me. And the reason I'm doing this video is there is actually a study again. It says that for the people who write their goals, they are 50% more likely to achieve it, and the people who actually say their goal out in public, they achieve it more. It's around 75 or something. I did not read the research much. I got it from April and Alter. I did not even watch the video properly. But yeah, that's the thing. And I'm announcing it publicly that there's going to be a new change, and you guys are getting a new leader, and no more of this BS. What I've realized is I feel this huge sense of responsibility that whatever is happening around me is probably because of my inaction, and that inaction ends today. It ends now. It ends the moment I upload the video. 3 moments, just in case. I'm here to win, and win together. So if you want to join me, then just comment below. It's not a course or nothing. It's just you follow me throughout the journey. And again, this is not built in public. I will share my statuses, like what I am doing and vagera in updates. But I don't like the concept of building in public or being too thin. But sure, I will do live streams. A lot of live streams, by the way, in the future, because I want to connect with people more and be able to speak better. That's kind of the selfish part of it. But the rest is the fact that I love connecting with people and scaling companies. I want to do that. I want to do that for the rest of my life, and I also want to travel, meet new people. This is a typical template I'll go on. I want to look sexy. I want to be so strong and punch a silverback gorilla. Of course, I want to be a Shaolin monk. I want to meditate like crazy. This is a templated answer. But what's different for me would be novelty itself, and also changes. No more of the same online BS where people say that only the crazy or the controversial becomes viral. I want to contradict that, because many people are already contradicting. There is Varun Maya. I really love Colin and Samir in international grounds. There are many people who are not in any controversy and are still considered great and are praised and are really famous, and they are not because of controversy. It's because of the knowledge, how smart they are. Another thing Varun Maya reminds me of is a polymath. I actually like the concept, and I'm also becoming that. So that's the video, a public announcement. I'm not trying to warn you like I'll agitate or something, not building a cult. I will in the future. But until then, this is a video of change, and this might be a wake-up call for you too. This is what I am doing, and this is a bare minimum, of course. This is a bare minimum of what's gonna happen, and I haven't shared much detail, even though I've blabbered for this long. This video is a wake-up call for me and for you. I don't want to make everything about me, but yeah, I want to meet people who are amazing, who are different, who are unique, and I want to connect with as many people as possible. It's not that I'm too dependent on people. Of course, I like alone time, but also the fact that people are amazing, interesting, and I'm also a little compassionate and empathetic to people, and I want to understand them. So that's a whole another story. So the wake-up call is being that it's time to change. A video is not gonna change It's this change starts not when you read a book, not when you are watching this video or any other video. It just starts when you take action and when you say it out loud. Just do a simple step. Don't go to the step 10. Like, taking action is actually the 10th step, if you don't believe me. Step 1 is to write down what you want. Step 2 is to tell the whole world that you want that, and step 3 is to go achieve it. Okay, I thought it was gonna be 10, but it's only 3. So it's that simple. Go ahead, do it, win in life, and all the best to me and to you.